So here we are doing another video of Arlington, Virginia, which is one of the extremely wealthy counties surrounding Washington, D.C. Montgomery County, Maryland, Arlington, Fairfax, Alexandria, Loudoun counties in Virginia that are all full of lobbyists and lawyers and federal bureaucrats. Double income couples where both people make over $100,000 a year and there is no unemployment. You can see in the distance construction cranes. That's Rosslyn, Virginia, and we're going to be walking towards it along Clarendon Avenue, which is a major boulevard in Virginia. We're in Arlington. I can't totally promise you that we're going to see a lot of fascinating stuff as we walk around, other than drunks and people in green because it's St. Patrick's Day, and lots of obvious signs of upper middle class secure incomes and secure employment. I think we're actually going to cross the street because we're going to have a much better vantage point of lots of empty lots being torn, where things are being torn down and new construction is happening. Something that I don't think is happening in all of the country, but it happens here in Washington, D.C. and Arlington, Virginia. Arlington has lots of high-rise office buildings and high-rise apartment buildings. I don't think there are many that are over 30 or 40 stories tall. But what's interesting about it is, of course, in D.C., it's basically illegal for anything to be more than 11 or 12 stories tall. So as soon as you come out to Arlington, Virginia, or you can see the National Cathedral through the chain link fence. It's in the center of the screen, way off in the distance. That's Washington, D.C. Actually, you know what? I'm not totally sure that is the National Cathedral. It's definitely Washington, though. It might be part of Georgetown University. It's so far away, it's even small to my eye as opposed to the camera's eye. No, I'm pretty sure that is Washington, the National Cathedral. Oh, actually, this is very interesting. I didn't know there was this vantage point. You can see the Washington Monument. If you, let's see if I can stand in the middle of the street. The Washington Monument is, was kind of in the center of the screen. Now there's a building blocking it. I think we're going to have a perspective in a minute. Oh, you can see the tip of it. It's very far off in the distance, and I can't zoom in and out with this, so I can't magnify it. But in a second, we're going to see the Washington Monument again. We're in Arlington, Virginia, but we're going to see the tip of it peeking over the red and white buildings across the street. Yeah, there's the Washington Monument again. If you look at the very center of the screen, it's kind of behind a tree. It's right where the street sign is that says Scott Street in Clarendon. We cross the street again so that we can get a minimally closer shot of the Washington Monument for no particular reason, even though this is really a video about it's behind the tree in the exact center of the screen. A little white obelisk peeking up. That's the Washington Monument. Anyway, this is really about the wealth of Arlington County, though. Even though we're passing by an empty lot, but I promise it's an empty lot where somebody's about to build something. I think before our tape runs out, that's my plan anyway, we're going to get to brand new, expensive loft-style condos built from scratch in the past year or two. Built from scratch and selling off. Probably not selling off as rapidly as they once would have, where they would have sold before they were built, or where resales would have happened in 4 days or 6 days or 2 weeks. But still, unlike the rest of the country, People build them and they sell them off. And I think that actually is going to be right around this corner. No, I guess it's a little farther down. Anyway, it's Clarendon Avenue in Arlington. And we're approaching Roslyn. As you see, the buildings get taller. Roslyn is the neighborhood in downtown Arlington, exactly against Key Bridge to Washington, D.C. It's where Gannett News Service, the people who own Politico, the Foreign Service, lots of government and journalism things are there in sort of 30 and 40 story high rises that are legal in D.C., but as soon as you cross the border, they're legal. So it's actually a whole business district for Washington, D.C. that is instead right across the border in Virginia. Similarly, there is one in Bethesda, Maryland, and a kind of tattier one in Silver Spring, Maryland, and I have a feeling that we'll be doing videos of all those. Yeah, from the mid 700,000s, Gaslight Square luxury lofts. I think that's just a block around the corner. You can see some older property here. And they tear them down and build things like the lofts that you can see. Actually, I think these are both the new lofts. One may be an apartment building. Probably the one in your screen now is an apartment building. And this one, which I'm used to seeing at night when I drive by, so it doesn't look the same. I think these are new condos and they're kind of expensive. You can see the giant crane. And then up ahead we're going to see two different construction sites, which I suspect are both mainly condos and not purely commercial office space. Abdo is one of the developers. They started out, there actually isn't Abdo, it's actually a last name, doing condos in downtown DC near DuPont Circle. And we'll probably end this tape after we pass by the Abdo developments. Partly just because I don't like to make them over 9 or 10 minutes long. I find that a lot of the standard equipment available or software available to amateurs like me, no matter what it says, will actually edit things down if they're over 10 minutes. So we have construction there, we have a construction crane, we have these brand new condos. And I think that this piece at the end of the block, across the street, are ones they built a few years ago and sold off. So obviously, what I told you with the preview before we got here, that there was stuff that had been built in the past couple of years and were already sold off is not only true, but on top of that, move in spring 2012, they built another batch right beside. Starting at $695, you can buy a loft condo, and federal bureaucrats can afford to do that. Yoga Alliance across the street. Federal bureaucrats like deputies and people who love to take yoga. Gets rid of that stress of seizing people's property through asset forfeiture and eminent domain to fund their salaries so they can live in these condos, these loft condos. Anyway, I see we're approaching 10 minutes. So we've done 2 videos of Arlington now, Clarendon Courthouse and Courthouse in Roslyn, showing you how the 1% that are federal bureaucrats live. And I don't know if we'll do another Arlington video in the next week or not. Oh, there's actually construction going on up ahead. There's actually a crane in motion. On St. Patrick's Day on Saturday, there's so much demand for new luxury property for the